Obsession isn't an accident, it's a structure. Imagine possessing the key that not only allows you to enter someone's mind, but also to furnish an apartment there, for which you alone hold the lease. Machiavelli said it's better to be feared than loved. But he knew perfectly well that the ideal is to be necessary. Before we delve into the depths of the human psyche, I invite you to join our inner circle. Subscribe now, like this video, and leave a comment to show you're here, because what we're about to reveal could disappear if enough of us don't protect it. And if you stay until the very end, you'll discover the psychological lever that makes someone think of you, even when you're not there. Machiavelli already knew it. Most people still don't. This secret will transform your absence into a presence that haunts the other person's mind. Let's start with the foundation of this edifice. The first principle rests on a brutal economic truth applied to human relationships. Anything abundant instantly loses its perceived value. To make someone obsessed, you must never be an unlimited resource, but rather an intermittent reward, because human beings are biologically programmed to chase away what eludes them and ignore what is acquired. It's about mastering the art of silence, not as a sulky punishment, but as an empty space that the other person will feel compelled to fill with their own insecurities and growing desire. By withdrawing at the moment when the interaction is most enjoyable, you create an unfinished dopamine surge that forces your target's brain to complete the sequence by compulsively thinking about you. It is in this lack, in this void between your messages and your presence, that obsession takes root and begins to flourish. Once scarcity is established, you must become the sole mirror capable of reflecting the idealized image the person has of themselves. Machiavelli knew that man is first and foremost in love with his own ego, and if you manage to embody the only person who validates their fantasies of grandeur or beauty, you become de facto indispensable to their psychological equilibrium. This isn't crude flattery, but rather active and predatory listening where you identify the other person's narcissistic vulnerabilities and fill them with surgical precision. By becoming the exclusive source of this intense validation, you create a powerful addiction, because the day you remove this mirror, the person no longer sees their magnificent reflection, but finds themselves alone with their doubts. It is at this precise moment that you go from being a mere acquaintance to a hard drug whose withdrawal is emotionally unbearable. Routine is the mortal enemy of obsession because the human brain ceases to pay attention to what it can predict with certainty. To maintain mental control, you must cultivate an element of mystery and unpredictability that prevents the other person from definitively categorizing you into a reassuring box. This involves varying your emotional reactions, alternating between intense warmth and distant coldness for no apparent reason, thus plunging your target into a state of constant vigilance where they desperately try to decode your behavior. This uncertainty generates nervous tension that is often mistaken for romantic passion, because the mind cannot rest until it has solved the enigma you have become. By refusing to be an open book, you force the other person to reread the same pages endlessly, searching for hidden meaning, thus investing a colossal amount of mental energy in your person. In any relationship dynamic, power always belongs to the one most willing to leave and lose everything without looking back. Machiavelli taught that the prince should never show dependence on the will of another. And similarly, you must project an aura of complete self-sufficiency that suggests your life is a complete adventure with or without them. This detachment isn't feigned indifference, but a demonstration of high social value that instantly reverses the roles of pursuit. When the other person senses that you don't need them to be happy, their conquest instinct is brutally awakened, fueled by the panic-stricken fear of losing someone so elusive. It's this anxiety of loss, subtly instilled by your Olympian calm in the face of conflict or distance, that cements the obsession and transforms interest into absolute necessity. Humans never desire something more than when they know others covet it. Without ever being vulgar or explicit, you must leave room for doubt about your emotional availability by subtly hinting at other options or remaining vague about your schedule. This triangulation creates an imaginary competition in your target's mind, compelling them to redouble their efforts to earn your exclusive attention against phantom rivals. Machiavelli often used the threat of external alliances to keep his subjects loyal, and the principle is the same here. The fear of being replaced is a far more powerful motivator than the simple desire to be with you. By suggesting that your worth is recognized by others, you validate their choice while simultaneously planting a seed of insecurity that will keep them from sleeping soundly. We finally arrived at the heart of the mechanism, this psychological lever I mentioned at the beginning, which constitutes the ultimate weapon of mental obsession. It's about mastering the art of the unfinished, a concept psychologists call the zygonic effect, which posits that our brains retain interrupted tasks twice as well as completed ones. For someone to think about you in your absence, you must never completely end an interaction, but always leave a question unanswered, a story half told, or a vague promise of future revelation. By doing so, you create an open loop in their mind, a cognitive tension that demands resolution and will force their thoughts to return to you again and again, like a tongue irritated by a missing tooth. It's this refusal of conclusion, this mastery of relational suspense, that transforms a simple memory into a sweet, obsessive haunting. You now hold the keys to the kingdom of obsession, but remember that these tools are double-edged and must be wielded with the care of an enlightened ruler. Obsession is not love. It is power, and like all power, it demands immense responsibility toward those who fall under its spell. If you want to master other aspects of human nature that school failed to teach you, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Like this video to support our work, and comment below which strategy strikes you as the most formidable. Don't miss our next analysis, because power never stays vacant for long. See you soon on the Laws of Rule.